Morning. It's Saturday, May 29th. And today I think we need to talk a little bit about the commission that's attempting to be set up by Congress. The commission that's going to investigate the events of January 6th, 2021. A day that many believe will live in infamy. That's the day that we had the riots at the Capitol. I say that because it's 4 months since then, and there are many of us who might have forgotten how horrific that day was. But in any event, the Congress is attempting to pass a bill that will allow for an investigative commission to be set up. A bipartisan commission. I don't know how many members they'll have. Maybe they'll have 12 members, 6 of whom will be Republicans and 6 of whom will be Democrats. Something like that, but it'll be 50-50. And then what happened is, they pass it, and Congress passes the bill, and now it goes to the Senate. And in the Senate, there are only 3 senators that will vote for it. Right now, that's 3 Republican senators, and of course, you'll have 50 Democratic senators who will be voting for it. So the bill won't pass because they're missing 7 senators. But there's a lot of pressure on it. And I'm sure there's a lot of backroom discussions that are going on to see if the Democrats can raise another 7 senators to go along with them and get this bill passed. However, there is very strong opposition. And that opposition is coming primarily from the Republican leader in the Senate. And he's got a bunch of cohorts who are definitely on his side, so it's not him alone. But he's the person out front speaking against setting up this commission. And he got nervous the other day. He got so nervous that he gathered up his troops and he asked them for a personal favor. Do me a personal favor and vote against the setting up of this commission. Now, is that the way that we expect our government to run? That our leaders can't get together and discuss an issue without asking for personal favors? Sounds a little bit like gangster talk, so to speak, when the personal favor implies more than just a personal favor. And why? Why is McConnell doing this? Well, there are several theories that have been thrown out there, and one of which, as I believe is the absolute truth, is that he wants to regain the leadership of the Senate. He wants to have a Republican majority in the Senate again so that he can be the leader of the Senate and wreak chaos on a Democratic government. But I think beyond that, Mitch McConnell is afraid. He's scared shitless of what Donald J. Trump might do to him if he allows this commission to be set up. Because Donald J. Trump, in the minds of many leading Republicans, Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, and others, controls the votes of a majority of their constituencies. There are many in this country who still believe that the Republicans won the election, that the election was stolen from Donald J. Trump. And while Republican state attorney generals swore that their elections were clean in Georgia, in Alabama, Arizona, that their voting processes were not tampered with. So still on this day, almost 5 months after January 6th, we have a large percentage of the population still believing the election was stolen. And that puts a lot of pressure, or imagined pressure, on the hierarchy of the Republican Party. They are terrified. They are so afraid of losing their seats and their jobs that they refuse to do what's right for the country. Over 400 people were arrested because of what they did on January 6th. So you'd believe that a mass of people who were arrested on January 6th, this is a small deal, and many blamed Antifa for the riot. And many came up with other ridiculous theories. So you believe if we had that many people incarcerated, that this doesn't deserve a second look to clean the slate? I don't think so. This commission would be like the 9/11 commission, to see what really happened on the day that everybody says will live in infamy. And this is the second coming of a day that will live in infamy. Or maybe the third coming. But it deserves to be fully investigated. It deserves to have the entire story told. And it should not be withheld simply because there are some people who are afraid they will lose their jobs. They will offend somebody who right now is being examined for fraud in the 2nd District of New York. So is that the kind of person that you want to stand behind? A man who might be convicted of fraud, of cheating on his tax returns, among other things? I think in different times I wouldn't have to ask that question, but these are unusual times. It's a nation in turmoil, as I've said many times, a nation that can't get together and do the right thing. It's going to take a lot to fix this country. And I know many people out there who are upset with the new government because they have fantasies that it's too progressive and it's left-wing and they're going to bring socialism to the front of this country. And I don't believe that. We've always had fringe elements that come to the fore at one point or another. We had the Tea Party for a couple of years on the Republican side. And while I think they have left their mark, the whole Republican Party didn't go to hell in a handbag, so to speak. So you can make many excuses for taking the actions that you do. But in the bottom line, those of us who are watching closely know the truth. We know that the Republicans are scared shitless because they will lose their jobs if they allow this commission to take place. So I leave you with those unpleasant thoughts this morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.